Okay, guys, I am back with part 2 of my little mini folio instructional video, construction video, how you put this together. I went ahead, so we had our first booklet that I did on camera in part 1, okay? Now, the little lined one is made the exact same way, but it's just a single page. So it just starts off as, just a single strip. You accordion fold it, glue it all together, and then wrap that half sheet, over the back, just like we did for the first one. And then this one is just slightly different. You still accordion fold and, glue your valleys together, but your blank page you want to leave whole and you don't want to flip it over the back. And I'll show you why in a second, okay? Or in a minute. It's not going to be a second. It'll be a minute. So we basically have 3 little like notebooks here, right? So you've got your lined one and this one, which are the same size, and then you have your bigger one that we did not fold over the blank sheet. So I'm going to sit those out of the way because now we are going to finish scoring and folding our these pieces that we were letting dry. All right, so let me grab my scoreboard. Now, if you don't have a scoreboard, you can, or if you just don't like using your scoreboard for itty bitty items, you can totally just use like a metal ruler, a pretty thin one, or some sort of straight edge. Some people are really good at folding freehand. I am not. And I'm not terribly good at folding with a ruler. I seem to do much better when I use the scoreboard, but completely up to you and how you want to do that. All right, so we have our pieces that we have folded in half and glued together. Now we need to finish, we've let them dry. So we're gonna score the remainder of our fold lines here, okay? And I'm just going to line this up with my center line, and just score that, and then it's showing up pretty well. You can see Stephanie does a great job of putting the lines in so you can see where to score. And then after you folded it, you can just distress ink right over top of that, and you never know the lines were even there. All right, so that's that one scored, and we'll fold it in a second. And then this one we need to score for the flap, which is this dark gray line here, okay? And we're gonna score this piece in the middle, it's not really the middle, but on this score line. Okay, so we've scored here and here. And the same thing for, there's more for this one. This is our outer cover. So it has a spine. If you can see, this is the spine area right here. And there's a line there and a line there. And then you also have a bit of a spine before the flap. So there's a score line here and a score line here. And that's where I'm gonna score now. And then our flap. All right, so we can put the scoreboard away. And let's go ahead and start with our cover piece, okay? I'm gonna bring my ink in because I'm gonna need to ink up the edges when we fold. So you can probably not see, but I've got nice score lines that go all the way through, All right, so I'm gonna just fold where I scored and just make sure that your glue is dry. That's the most important part, because if your glue isn't dry, it's not gonna fold nicely. You're gonna get, you know, the inside is gonna like bubble up. All right, so we've got that fold done. Now we're gonna do the other side of the spine. So just, it's pretty thick if you use cardstock for this. Just kind of ease it in, make sure everything's okay on the inside, and then go ahead and use your bone folder or whatever you use to make your creases. So we have essentially a little tiny book shape so far. Okay, and then now we have the flap. So I'm gonna do, let's see, we'll do this fold. And then we'll do the flap. Just don't rush. Take your time, because you're dealing with two layers of you know, cardstock and also some glue. So there you go. That's how that ends up. So I'm gonna go ahead and, if you can tell, my cardstock cracked a little here, but we're just gonna cover that right up. We're just not even gonna know that that's a thing. Distress ink is your best friend. All right, and I'm actually probably this little piece that it's bothering me more than I thought it would, where I folded wrong. All right, so we'll get the spine edges like that, and then yeah, you're ready to go. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and just be careful, but you can kind of bend out and go ahead and put some ink on the inside of those fold lines. If you like how that looks, just be careful, because you don't want to fold this back and forth too many times, or, you know, it's paper, so it's not gonna hold up. All right, so there we are. That is how the outside of our little folio will look. Very cute, right? Love that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, well, sort of, with our inner folio, but we only have 2 score lines on this one. So you have the middle one, like so, and we can ink that up. And then you have your flap, like that. And again, if you want to put some ink on the inside, you can do that. You don't have to. I like how it looks. I like everything grungy. All right, now just make sure your flap will go over. Mine was a little, just a tick off, but that's okay, because you can just, you know, kind of manipulate it still and make it work. So there we go. We've got our little inner folio. And then this piece, we scored 4 times. So we need to fold here and here. Okay, to make that little piece there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Like so. All right, now what this does is it creates like a little I don't know what to call it. I do need to ink the inside though. You'll see when we put it together. So I am going to ink these inside parts because they are standing out a bit. Too much for my liking anyway. There we go. That's better. All right. So now we have a piece that looks like this. It's like a little, I don't know what you call that, but I'll show you what we're going to do with it. All right, so let's go ahead and start doing that. So the, just to make sure I've not missed, okay, yeah. All right, the first thing we're gonna do with these pieces that we folded, right? So this is our outer cover, okay? So we wanna open that up so that the flap, is that how I did it? That looks backwards, doesn't it? Did I fold this wrong? I may have, no, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm losing my mind today. Okay, so basically, you want to open it up like this, okay? And this piece here, our little hingy door piece, is going to glue on this piece down here, like so. Okay? So you've got your flap on this side, and it's going to go on the exact opposite side. All right, so you just want to put glue all over the bottom. Make sure you have everything folded. I'm not staying in frame. Make sure you have everything folded properly, okay? And I'm just going to use art glitter glue for this. Just a nice amount of glue to hold that down because you want it to stay. I guess when you're gluing something, you kind of always want it to stay. That's a silly statement, Emily. Okay. And then you just want to line that up so it's, so it's inside and it's not interfering with your spine, okay? So get it as close to the outside edge as you can, and then just make sure that it's not going to interfere with your spine. Make sure your spine can still fold nicely. All right, and everything is inside, as you can see, right? Okay, and then just press that down, make sure it's nice and secure. All right, so that is that piece completed, okay? And then this little piece, our little folder, right? Gotta get to my next page. All right, so this was the one that we folded. It had 2 strips to begin with, and we connected them. This one goes inside of here. And it doesn't glue in or anything. You just place it inside there, like so. Okay, and that little flap might need to be adjusted a tad. And then that goes in our little part, our little section here, okay? Like that. Now, I don't remember if I did this on Jennifer's, but you could wrap like a piece of ribbon or something around this to kind of hold it in place. I'm trying to think what I have nearby. I have nothing nearby. That's probably a first. Let me see here. I reorganized everything when I came back from Florida, and apparently I did an amazing job because I can't find anything. I can't find anything, and everything is put away. So, oh wait, I have ribbon. Okay, let me find some that will match this. All right, here's. Okay, I found some pink ribbon. Oh, that has dust on it. That's not good. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a bit of this here. It's probably way too much, but I'm just going to tie it around here like so. And then we'll trim a little bit because that's going to be way too big. Way too big. All right. And that'll just help hold it closed. You don't have to do that. That's not a necessary step, but it'll just help a bit. Okay, and I'm not worried about those little ribbon ends sticking out. Not a problem. All right, so we've done that. So the next part is this page, or this little booklet that I said don't do anything with the blank page. The reason for that is it is going to go on this page here. So it's actually going to, we're going to put glue here, okay? And we're going to glue it down here, like so. All right, so that you have this little booklet. And everything is just kind of opening the wrong way. Here, hold on, I'm going to do it. Oh, I have to do it that way. Okay, I don't know, I feel like something's upside down, but I don't know that it's my fault, but it very well could be. So go ahead and add your glue on the back of your booklet. So this is the blank page, okay? And you just want to, no, that doesn't seem right. I feel like that's not right. What am I missing here? Sorry, give me just a second, because I feel, oh no, that's right, it's right. I just forgot for a second. Okay, so go ahead and center that and line it up so it's not in the way of your, you know, of any of your spines. You want to make sure that it's still gonna, whoops, I'm gonna set that aside. Make sure that it's still gonna fold up fine for you with that booklet there, okay? And then just push that down nice like that. So that is there. And you have this cute little booklet here. And then this still goes in here. All right, so we have done that. And everything still folds up nicely in our little folio, okay? All right, now there's a piece that looks like an hourglass after you cut it out, and it has two flaps on the ends. I've gone ahead and folded those. This piece goes right here, and it's gonna be a little tuck spot, okay? So you wanna glue that down, but make sure your booklet will still close. Whoops, there goes my ink dauber, or thingy, or whatever. Oh. Goodness. All right. So there's not really, I don't know if there's an up or down. It's pretty either way, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that lines up with the paper that you glued down, not the top and bottom edge of the folio, if that makes sense. But get it, you know, get it as close, get it as centered as you can. Make sure everything still folds, okay, like so. And I'm going to use my metal ruler and just make sure I haven't glued anything I don't want to glue. Like that, okay. And then that still folds, this still folds, and we're good, like so. All right, and then when you open that up, you've got your little tuck spot here, and the lined booklet goes in that tuck spot. However you want. I'm going to do it from this side because it seems easier. There we go. So that just slides in there like that. Okay? Excuse me. You could probably, the other way might be easier actually. If you have this open, it might be easier to slide it in that way. Yeah, okay. There we go. All right. Just like that. Okay, now all that's left is to decorate it. So basically you have a lot of little bits and bobs that come with this kit, and I will show you here. We've got some little pockets, whoops, that we will use. There's two. It actually comes with four. You've got two that are fairly blank, and then two that have some script on them. I chose for this one to just use the script ones, and not all four. I don't think I used all four on Jennifer's either, to be honest. And then you have your envelope. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my envelope into an envelope shape, and I'm trying to think what I want to use for that. I'm going to use my little Fabri-Tac. Well, it's not. You know what I mean. I put Fabri-Tac in one of these precision bottles. That's what I'm trying to say. And okay, so just going to add a little bit of glue on there, and if it'll come out a little bit there, that's probably plenty, and we'll just glue that down like so. All right, again, I'm going to use my metal ruler and make sure that I'm not gluing the inside of the envelope shut. That's not what I want to do. All right, so there's our little bitty envelope. How cute is that? All right, and then you have this piece. When you cut it out, it looks like this. This piece I used as on one of the flaps here. So let's see, what I did was it fits perfectly, by the way. I just added glue on the flaps. Like that. And then I'm going to take that out for a sec. Just line it up the best you can here. And my little flaps are, there we go. All right, so I just glued that down. I need something, I think I have glue where I don't want it. So I'm just gonna use this pin because I don't think my ruler will fit in there. Okay, like so. All right, so now you have this little pocket, and this postcard fits perfectly inside of there, but I added a little tab so you don't lose it. And the kit comes with, you get 3 of these adorable little flags, and I used one of those last time. You also have, pardon my sniffing, 3 ruler pieces you could use as a tab. I think I'll go ahead and just do what I did last time. So I'm gonna end up sliding this in like so. So I wanna put my tab on this side. All right, so I think I'll use this one, the green one with the rose. And what I did, I think I just folded that in half. Is that what I did? I can't remember. Hold on, let me think. No, I think what I did, I glued it down halfway, you know, like I glued it on the back, like so. So I'm just gonna put like a mark. I have my thumb kind of where I want to end the glue. I just put a line of glue there, and then glue this to the back, like that, okay? And then I'm gonna fold this over, and you'll see why in a second. All right, so then you can slide that into the little envelope pocket, okay, like this, and then this will fold over so you can fold everything up. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that is that. That's complete. I've got some other things here, so let me put this glue back, or my pin back in my glue. All right. So you've got these stationary pieces here. Oh, no, I'm not in frame at all. So there's, a bunch of little, stationary pieces, and then you've got a bunch of little ephemera here, and we've got our little roses, and then we still have these little rulers and such. So I'm trying to remember how I did this, but I think what I did is so on the outside of Jennifer's, I put I think I put this on there. I don't know if I want to do that this time though. No, I do. That'll be good. All right, so I'm just gonna glue that down. Nothing fancy. Just gonna kind of glue it at a bit of an angle because I'm weird like that. All right, and then we could even add some ruler in that little section there, kind of like that. So let's see, I don't know if I can cut it properly though. Whoops. Okay, now I did add a closure. I think I want to put something on that though because it's kind of plain. Maybe the ruler can go there. Oh, that kind of almost fits perfectly, but I think I'm going to put it a little further down. Let me glue that, and then what are we at here? We're at 30 minutes. Why do my videos get so long? I'm so sorry, guys. I gotta figure this out, right? All right. So I'm just gonna glue that. On there like so. And I'll trim off the little extra bits. Now for, let's see, a closure, what I did is, nope, you know what, I'm gonna use my, what if I can find it? Yes, this little doodad here, my little brad setter. I don't know if anyone noticed in the last video that I used this little thing. I didn't even use the brad setting part. I used my fingernails. And the whole point of this is that you don't have to do that. So if any of you noticed that, clever you, because yeah, I was going back later and editing, yeah, I was, you know, doing that thing. And I saw that and I was like, really? I didn't even use it. All right, so I'm just gonna lay this down on my board and kind of, you know, guess the center pretty much. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just gonna poke a hole and then go ahead and push that through a bit. All right, so now we have a little hole that we can add a brad to. And let me put the, what do I do with it? Oh, there it is. Put the cover on that before I put a hole in my hand. And then I have my handy little llama / alpaca brad holder. And I actually have a little bitty pink one, I think, that I will use this time. All right, so that'll go in there like that, and then we'll do this properly this time, maybe. There, all right. So we've got our brad in there like so. I probably shouldn't have pushed that down as far as I did. I did not think this through. We need to be able to add something to that brad so that it can be a closure. Oh my gosh, I was so concerned about using the brad thing properly that I, okay, what do we want to use in here? I think I'm just going to use some of this pink ribbon that I was using before. All right. So I am going to, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the brad out and start over because I am a crazy person. All right, so this, what I'm doing, I have folded it in half, okay, like this, and I am going to feed the ends maybe through my hole here. Let's use the pokey tool. The lid in my mouth, that's rude. All right, let's see if that will work. Almost worked. Oh, there's one. There we go. Okay. So if you put that through and then put your brad through, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Like that. And then you can hopefully it will catch around that, and then you can press your brad down. It didn't, you know what, it didn't do it the way I wanted it to. But that's fine. Okay. Okay, and now you can, because of that ribbon, you can barely see where I folded this wrong. Okay, so there's our closure. And now we'll figure that out in a minute. I'm just gonna trim the ends so that they're even and not all jaggedy. Okay, and then this goes in here. And this folds up like so. Like that. And then you can just wrap this around and tuck it under if you want, or you could, you could wrap one way and one the other and make a bow, however you want to do that. And then you've got your little folio. So what I'm gonna do is finish decorating this guy, because basically, it's up to you how you want to decorate it, but I will go ahead and decorate it off camera and then come back and show you what I did, and you can see the whole finished product. Okay, so I'll be back in just a flash. All right, so it is all finished. Look at how absolutely adorable that is. And it is approximately, excuse me, 1 3/4 inches by 1 1/2, a little less. And then you've got your little bitty 1/4 inch spine approximately. So let me show you what I did to decorate it. All right, so I put this image on the front and you watched me do that part. All right, so inside, I just decorated the envelope with a little piece of the ruler, and I just sat it in here. And then I've got a little tuck for the flap, and then I added a couple of the stationery pieces, just folded those up and put those in the envelope. And then, whew, I love miniature things, but my hands do not want to cooperate sometimes. Okay, so then you've got your booklet here. So all I did here, I added one of the little banner flag pieces as a little tuck spot for this cute little calendar. So that just tucks in there kind of at an angle to keep it inside everything. I just folded up the other 2 pieces of stationery, the little book page and the little rosette page, and just tucked that in there. And then you've got, I didn't do anything here. And then here I added one of the fussy cut rose images to the top flap, and then you open that up and you've got a pocket here at the bottom, and it has 2 tiny little rose images inside. And I know this is different than how I did Jennifer's. I never do the same thing twice, and I honestly can't remember how I decorated Jennifer's. I'd have to go back and watch the video again, but and then in this pocket we have this little folded up piece of stationery and this little postcard doodad, and those just slide right in that pocket like so. And then for the booklet that goes in this section, I can get that to go in there. There we go. I decided to just wrap this around, and what I did was I added the other fussy cut rose image to the flap and glued the ribbon underneath. And then I added this image to the back panel. And then I don't think I did anything inside here. Let me just double check. Nope. Oh yeah, I did do something to the back of it. I added a piece of ruler on that seam where we folded this piece back and glued it down. So that's it. That's all I did to decorate it. And yeah, the possibilities are literally endless. And that's typically the case with Stephanie's kits. She has just such brilliant kit ideas, and she does an amazing job with the graphics and everything, and I just love all of it. So yeah, so then that just folds like that, and then you just close up this booklet and lay the envelope on top there. And it should all fold up. And then you can just wrap this around, and I just tucked it under. Whoops. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, anyway, you could tuck it under twice. I pulled it too hard. You get the idea. So there is the little mini folio by Stephanie at My Porch Prints. And Victoria, I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, guys, if there are things that you want to see me make, or if you have ideas for tutorials, or you know, supplies that you want to see how I use, just let me know in the comments of any of my videos. Or you can email me. I have my email address is in the description box below, I think it's towards the bottom. And then, yeah, I would love to hear suggestions and give you what you want. So that's it for today. I am going to work on my collaboration project for Artsology, and because I know Dee Dee is chomping at the bit, hi Dee Dee, to share hers, and I know I want to see hers really bad, and I want to be able to share. So I am going to work on that today, and I have decided I will probably film that and upload those later on, so you can see the process of how I made that. All right, guys, I'll be back soon, and I hope you have a fantastic day. See you later. Bye.